Hey guys, how we doing? I got my good friend and client Sam Webb out in PNG. He smashed the Ycba 120-day chisel challenge or the 16-week challenge, same thing. Sam, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, please, mate?
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm 40 years old. I currently reside in Port Moresby in PNG. I'm a dad and a husband. I have a full-time job, and so decided to get my weight and health into check, and got
Nice,
in touch with Andre.
nice, Sammy. Cool, man. And you've done amazing, mate. And for the people out there, Sam's been lifting for a long time. Fitness has been a big part of his life, and powerlifting background, yeah, mainly.
Yeah, had a bit of training with some
Yeah,
Olympic powerlifters, so they sort of took me through
yeah.
their routine and showed a few things. Yeah,
Yeah. And he was up to trying something new with my academy, man. It's awesome. So where were you, Sam, when you first started the program? Where were you in your life? What was going on? How was your body, kind of stuff, your energy?
yeah. Well, I turned 40 last year, so yeah, just had a bit of a reflection. Had a look at myself. I wasn't in the worst shape, but I knew I could do a lot better. Just started to have a look online and see what was out there, and by chance, a mutual friend of ours had gone through the academy, and I
Yeah,
definitely did like his results. So
Barra,
decided to yeah
Barra.
I decided to reach out and see what it was all about, and so it
Cool.
was about time that I took a little bit more interest and focus
Yeah,
into my health and
yeah,
doing.
yeah. And that brings me on to like sort of what was the ultimate decision of joining? So why did you go, nah, I need to do this? Do you get that one? Like,
Bottom line is,
mm,
I got it. Bottom line is, so I've always trained effectively, but seen the better results when I've had a partner in the gym. However, trying to secure personal trainers and all that sort of everything
fucking
that
be
comes
kidding me.
with it, it was a bit difficult around my schedule.
Yeah.
So I had a look on some of the online sort of presence, and then, as I said, with Barra's results, I decided that I'll give it a go with the online training programs, and
Awesome.
I did my research on a few others, but we got
Did I
talking,
win?
and I did like I did like some of the I did
Cool.
like more of what you were explaining about. We just sort of decided to give it a go, and obviously the fact that obviously we got some mutual
Yeah.
history and background that was probably the biggest selling point. Yeah.
Yeah, the trust part is always probably the major factor with most people. So we sort of established that already. I think we used to go to school together, guys. If you're wondering, way back in the day. So was there anything you were skeptical about before joining? Then, the trust element was there, that kind of stuff. Anything on your mind about it that you're probably a bit worried about? I think.
Not so much worried, just sort of
Mm,
curious more than
mm,
anything. Obviously, we talked about that most of your programs come from a bodybuilding sort of platform.
mm,
I've never done sort of training that capacity, more based on powerlifting than
mm-hmm.
anything. So that was a concern in the sense that I know about the recovery rates and obviously the time that it takes to do bodybuilding workouts
Mm,
from friends and obviously from what I've researched.
mm.
Probably the nutritional side of things. I do generally maintain my calories, but obviously being more focused at trying to get the weight down
Okay.
and keep it off, and start to be focused on the nutritional sort of values. That sort of
Nutritional stuff.
not
Okay.
worried me, just sort of I
Yeah.
knew I had to. It was going to be a bit of a lifestyle change. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that you were you're quite clear about where you want to go with it. Like Andre, I'm not after a fucking amazing body change or anything like that. I want something that's going to fit into your lifestyle long term and all this kind of stuff. You're more concerned about longevity and energy and that kind of stuff.
Correct.
And yeah. We definitely found something that worked for you. Absolutely. What specific results did you get, Sam, in the program? What happened? And what did you achieve?
So to be honest, yeah, like okay, so we sort of set out to get that weight down.
Mm,
I'm generally a pretty toned and pretty
mm,
active person, so I've always known that last 5 kilos that everyone sort of banks on is always the hardest. So I was planning. I did lose the 5 kilos, but I actually had put my goal in to lose 6 kilos.
okay.
So that was
Mhm.
So look, it wasn't that I didn't reach my target weight, but it was more so I knew what it would take to sort of get
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I mean, that muscle, mate, you put on muscle
Yeah.
far too easy. I try my best not
Correct.
to, you don't want to pack it on too quick. I think it's been the first week I
Yeah.
noticed muscle gain. I'm like, hold on, we need to maybe cut back something.
Yeah. No, and that's it. But that's obviously the kind of sort of the process I do enjoy. So I knew it was going to be a bit of fine tuning and more based on nutrition rather than anything else. But yeah, it was just the gains were there, and the biggest factor was so obviously trusting you with going and starting a keto program.
Keto, yeah.
Just the effect that it had on my body. And
yeah,
people are always skeptical about keto. As long as you do it right, and you don't hurt yourself, you do see the results. So, but I do,
yeah,
as I mentioned to you, during the program, it is something you really got to commit to if you want to maintain
100%.
that.
And it just so you know, guys, like now, Sam is sort of taking his keto very, very easy. He's not doing it 100%, and you feel great on it, right? You're still, eating a bit of carbs now and again, and you find it quite easy to eat the foods, and you enjoy it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's a surprising thing. The foods that I do enjoy, like you can, go for your good fats and even your proteins. You don't need to go for the red meat all the time or processed stuff. You eat simple, but there's recipes out there. There's new products out there that helps in regards to creating delicious meals, and they're not that hard. So I went on the keto pancakes a lot, and I ate a lot of eggs.
Yeah.
The yogurt, the dairy was actually fantastic. I enjoyed eating dairy. So so it wasn't, once I sort of adapted to it and started to understand the process, it actually became a lot easier. It was just more. It was the same as if you were doing any other sort of nutritional sort of diet, focusing on one food group or the other. Whether you go vegetarian or you cut carbs out or whatnot. So
And at the beginning, I was go on there, bud.
Yeah, go on.
I was going to say at the beginning there, because I was just because you knew the benefits of keto. You might be mentioning your father's even a doctor, and he knew a lot about that stuff as well. And you're still like, Andre, I'm not really sure, but I'll still give this a go. You know what I mean? So I remember that. So thanks for trusting me and giving it a shot. Obviously, it's worked well.
Yeah, of course.
Good stuff.
No, well, that's it. I did lose the weight, and you sort of what the expectations were sort of set. You did meet, as long as you be genuine and true to yourself, and no excuses and sort of backtracking. So as soon as I sort of as soon as I committed, mate, I did see the results.
And you're one of the hardest workers in the room, by the way, mate. You push yourself pretty hard. You train almost every day. But right now you have cut back down to only three workouts a week, right? You're maintaining your body physique quite well. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So so I followed the program diligently in the beginning, but obviously you can't make it fit. If it is a round peg in a square hole, you can't force it. So it's not to say you just give up. You can tweak, but that's the whole point of having a trainer. Is about discussing this and getting a bit of a sound check and a bit of feedback, and
making it fit to your lifestyle, mate, because you're unique. You didn't want to go so hard all the time because you've got a family, you've got work, you want this to work long term. Absolutely.
Well, that's a consistency and maintenance. You can do any physical activity is great, but your body and your mindset will always tell you what's more favorable. What will keep you motivated and going back. So
absolutely. So what advice helped you the most here, Sam? What advice or tips during the coaching program? Would you say it was the nutrition mainly, or would you say it was the strategy with the weights? What do you think? Something different with the training?
Yeah, well, it's basically the nutrition was the biggest factor. Like, I know it's a bit of a cliche. Everyone knows it. Everyone discusses it, but you really got to commit. Like, you just got to tell yourself, and that's actually the hardest part besides the training. Over the training, sorry.
Committed to your lifestyle and doing something new and stuff like that.
But not segregating each part, like workout and diet. It's sort of putting it as a whole comprehensive sort of program, and saying that's when things need to happen, and that's why it's happening. So the nutritional was definitely the key one that you helped, but the other stuff that in regards to when we talk about, just the biology of it all, like with your muscles and
Yeah.
recovery was the biggest help. How we
Yeah.
can sort of maintain the
Yeah.
meditation, even though
Yeah.
it didn't stick. It was
Yeah.
actually
We
it
gave it a
was
go.
very key to me understanding how
Yeah.
how clear just rest. It's
Mm.
all the advice and that is all surrounding about how you're going to get back out there and get the energy.
Yeah.
So you got your nutrition, you got your workouts, but then it's still
Mhm.
your mental attitude. So
Exactly.
have
Exactly.
you gotta have your
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
moments.
I mean, your energy improved.
Tactics
And
you're gonna
I
get.
always heard that on your calls. You said you're feeling good. You had a couple of slumps there when you weren't eating as much calories. So that was a bit of an energy slump. But I think, overall you got the hang of it pretty good.
Yeah, that's well, like
Yeah.
it's been the 4 months, and everyone thinks, oh, that's a long time, but in retrospect now, it's not. Like you just
Mm.
you gotta. It's not even going through the grind. It's 4 months out of your life, so it's not going to
Yeah.
be too detrimental. But I try to maximize as much as I could. Like so with the advice with the program,
Mhm.
and obviously trying to make it work for my life. My life,
Yeah,
not the
exactly.
lifestyle, but my life.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think I've got a pretty good platform to work on, and yeah, I'll definitely come back at a later date. Just got a
Awesome, brother. Awesome.
few
Well,
things
Sammy,
to
is
settle
is
in,
is there anyone out there that may be listening, mate, that you think would benefit from this program? Any type of person, anyone, all that would get something out of this, mate?
man, I'd actually look, this whole program's for any age group above 20 years old.
Okay.
I'd say that because with bodybuilding, you need to have your body fully, fully complete. You can't still be having your growth spurts. But ideally, like it does function a lot better for people, say 35 and above. Why I say that is because you know your body and you know how you need to rest or you need to recover a little bit more.
Mhm.
You're not sort of you're set in life that you're not sort of thinking about anything else. So when it comes down to it and committing to this program, I do believe people and the benefit side of the fact as well is just sort of it does fit in pretty well. You're not sort of going out of your way to do anything monumental like a marathon or anything like that. You're not going to go to a weightlifting comp. You're there for yourself. And you're not trying, and you're doing more volume training is a big part of your sort of exercise regime. So
Yeah.
volume
And,
training,
and, and
you
very
don't
good for
need
you
heavy
because
weights. So,
it's something different than what you've been doing, right? So that's very important. We've got to
yeah,
make it different. Yeah.
correct. Yeah. So I for anyone who's sort of I'd be more inclined to sort of try to push it onto people and going into the middle age
Mm.
middle part of their life,
Yeah.
because you sort of get stuck down in the grind and
Yeah.
and you feel that you're not there. So for
Exactly.
me, it wasn't as hard,
Yeah.
starting. Once it was a lightweight, you
Yeah.
set to lift, and
Yeah.
then after you
Exactly,
got
man. And
finish
I
line.
think you pinned it exactly. The kind of people that do my program and the people I try to get people to start is the people that have experience, done a lot of stuff before, and need a new time efficient sort of, like you said, easy solution. And it does get easy once you get the hang of it, doesn't it? So
It
yeah,
is.
absolutely.
It's you're not competing in anything. You're not trying to overexert your body.
Yeah.
Just you can really feel the sort of the energy levels. You can feel the purpose in it, and you're not going to do any harm. Or you follow the program.
Yeah.
You do your stretching. You do whatever do all the common sense items,
Mm.
and then with the workout, you just it's
Mm.
all you. And
Yeah.
from a mental side of things, it's not that hard to be motivated to get to the gym. It's actually
Yeah.
you'll end up looking forward to it. You'll be upset that you have to take a rest day, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. You look forward to it so much. Absolutely. So, well, listen, bro, thank you so much for sharing your story, man. I much appreciate it. I'm glad you got a heap out of the program, bro. And thanks for everything, Sam. Thanks, buddy.
Man. Okay, Android, thanks, mate. You did help out, and you everything you did say, it did happen, mate.
Good, man.
Obviously, it's not in your capacity to do anything else, but yeah, we achieved what we needed to do. And,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll be touching in the future, man, for sure.
All right. Awesome, buddy. Thanks for sharing.